So we're going to be talking about the new Season 4 for Dragon Ball FighterZ DLC, and we're going to be talking about the new character coming in, Super Android 17. Now, everyone's wondering who's going to be the new character or characters coming in. Season 4 is at a peak of hype right now, and it's a lot of confusion, but yes, Super 17 is going to be that character. He's going to be the first character coming in for Season 4 DLC for Dragon Ball FighterZ. Yes, they are going to go ahead and complete the trifecta of Dragon Ball GT villains with the DLC pack. They already have Super Baby, they have GT Goku. They're going to go ahead and get Super 17 as your next DLC character. And he's going to be a very unique character coming into Dragon Ball FighterZ. Probably one of the most unique characters that we've ever seen before in what he is able to do. So we see what they did with Super Baby 2 and his DLC packing. Well, we give him some credit, taking over assists, using Return to Monkey as an ultimate. But with Super 17 and what he's able to do, you have one of the most dangerous characters coming into Dragon Ball FighterZ. The most dangerous character. He's going to put Master UI Goku to shame in the amount of tears he's going to produce with how strong he's going to be. So, of course, we all know that Super 17, if you're an actual Dragon Ball fan and not just a fighting game aficionado that adopted Dragon Ball FighterZ, you know that Super 17 has the ability to absorb ki at a tremendous rate. So bringing that into Dragon Ball FighterZ, we already know what's about to happen. We're going to have him restoring meter through ki absorption and him restoring health through ki absorption. Those two things alone they're going to be the most rage-inducing elements to the character. I'm going to break him down, all of his moves and how they come into play into creating the most ridiculous character, the ridiculous OP character that you're going to come to hate. You're going to put him on that level of Bardock in Dragon Ball FighterZ. You're going to put him on the level of Master UI Goku in Dragon Ball FighterZ. So first things first, we're going to talk about his ki absorption. So this is going to be one of his specials. He's going to absorb the energy, and at first he's going to get his meter back at a reasonable rate. I want it to be strong. I want it to be something that's game changing, not something that's a little, he's going to get a little bit. No, he's going to get a lot of meter off of doing this, because this is going to be one of those abilities that if he has to time it, it should be a huge reward. If you put Super 17 out on the field, people are just automatically going to go into super dashing you to death. So it's not going to be really something that you can take advantage of to an obnoxious degree. Now, if you have a dumb player that's doing this against you, then more power to you using this ability and abusing it to no end to make them rage. But against a smart player, it's not going to be a problem. Like, I'm being honest with you here. So he's going to spread his arms open, and he's going to charge his ki by absorbing your basic ki blast, by absorbing your super techniques, your ki-based ultimates that don't require a physical contact startup. So this is going to be that ability that's a game changer. It's going to eliminate free ulting. It's going to eliminate just throwing out Kamehameha waves all willy-nilly, all handedly. It's going to be that ability that causes players to think, and that's what Super 17, that's one of the things that's going to be interesting about this character. Now, another ability that he's going to be bringing in, another super technique, is going to be his Flash Bomber technique. And it's one of his signature moves that kind of makes him an interesting character, one of his signature techniques, if you will. So he's going to stick his hands out, and you're just going to see a rain of ki blasts, like at machine gun fire, just spraying an opponent down with Flash Bomber. And there's going to be multiple variants of this move. Now, you can use it in just a straightforward fashion. So you're going to be spraying down the enemy from across the screen. They're going to get hit. On guard, it's still going to do damage. We want this to be an ability to where you have to constantly be on and aggress Super 17, to where if you're playing that laid back, sit to the back of the map style, throw out supers, throw out assists, whatever, he's going to absorb them, and you're going to have to confront him. You're going to have to play differently when you encounter a Super 17 player. So the next move we're going to be talking about is his machine gun fire. Now, this is going to be different from Flash Bomber, to where he actually takes his arm off and it's going to do more damage on guard. So if the opponent is actually guarding, it's still going to do the same regular amount of damage that a raw hit flash bomber is going to do. So these are going to be like armor piercing rounds, so to speak. So everything he's designed to do is designed to punish far back play, people who just sit back and they just think they're going to control the match. Oh, I got the health lead, I'm going to do all. No, you're going to have to aggress and get in Super 17's face. So he's taking his arm off, spraying the enemy down. I see this taking no more than maybe 1 or 2 meters, and you can prolong it by just sitting on the command, like holding the button, whatever command you do, and you hold the button. You can just sit on this and just continuously spray until you run out of meter. This is going to be setting him apart from every other character in the game where he has an actual spray down, spray and pray type of maneuver where he's just tearing the enemy down into shreds. Again, we want to promote in-your-face aggressive play. We have to give him a toolkit that punishes the sit back and wait psychology of Dragon Ball FighterZ in the meta, because everyone knows people like to sit back after they get that health lead. They like to command and dictate the pace of the match. We want to kind of shake that up, change it up a little bit. So the next move we're going to be talking about is his backflip move, and it's going to be one of his interesting abilities where Super 17 does an evasive backflip. And it's going to be a lot of properties and a lot of tricks and a lot of nuances to this technique, so pay attention. So on hit, and he's going to be able to backflip in multiple directions, forward and backward. In his forward backflip, he's going to be able to hit the opponent, stagger them as if it's a regular physical technique in Dragon Ball FighterZ. That's going to be the first component of it. If he backflips backward, it's going to function as a completely invincible move where he cannot be hit while he's in the middle of the backflip. So you're gonna have one of those UI Omen Goku moments where you go to hit an opponent, he's just gonna backflip out of it. It's gonna be one of the most hilariously ridiculous things that you ever see. And yes, this is one of his signature techniques that he's done in the show. Also, it's one of his key combo points in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. So it's gonna be something that fans recognize. It's gonna be an ability that you don't expect to be strong, but it's going to come to be one of his most useful tools in his toolkit to play evade with his opponent, or to extend the combo, maybe have it on hit, do a heavy sliding knockdown so you can set up one of his other moves in his toolkit. Again, we're going to make Super 17 that character that is a game changer. So the next ability that we're going to go to is his Super Flash Bomber, which is going to be his level 1, and it's going to be different. So the first Flash Bomber, I was kind of thinking of taking the place of one of his basic Ki Blasts, or just making it a different ability altogether. But with Super Flash Bomber, this is going to be his straight up level 1 technique where he hops in the air, similar to how 18 does her little move where she hops in the air, she just throws down the yellow Ki Blast. Super 17 is going to hop in the air, teleport in the air. He's going to have options. He can either use this on the ground and spray it forward and it does more damage than the regular Flash Bomber, or he can appear above the opponent and, you know, upon a different command, like he uses an instant transmission, he can appear directly above the opponent and just spray down his Flash Bomber technique. But the interesting point of this maneuver is going to be the fact that you cannot crouch block it. You can't just sit. You're going to have to stay on 17. That's my whole goal with this character, is to make him different in the fact that you have to stay on him. You can't just relax. You can't take your eyes off him. He's going to be that character that's going to be pressure and evasion. He's going to have different tools for every different play style to make him new and interesting, and make him that breath of refreshment in Dragon Ball FighterZ. So I want to do a respectable amount of damage. I don't want it to be one of those weak throwaway level 1s. We want to make it something respectable. So, you know, nothing ridiculous, but I don't want it to be a throwaway level 1. Now, what his next ability is going to be coming up is going to be his level 3, which is going to be, of course, his shocking death ball. And I want to take this from Dragon Ball Infinite Worlds. I love that animation for Super 17 shocking death ball. If you have a minute, go into YouTube, type it in, and it's a beautiful animation. And I would love to see that, like, modernized with Dragon Ball FighterZ, where you see Super 17 charge up the shocking death ball. Maybe he's hit the opponent with a backflip kick to start out the move, and if he gets into the air, he charges up the shocking death ball. Maybe in the animation, the opponent is trying to run away from Super 17, because at this point, after everything you suffered through, he's whipped your ass, he's taken your ki, he's absorbed your moves, and you just try to get away from him, but he throws out the shocking death ball that chases you down and hits, and it obliterates your health. Now, I don't want anything like Gogeta's move with it's a guaranteed one-hit KO. We don't have to do all that, but we want to make it a move where it's like more notorious than the Spirit Bomb. Like at its peak, at the peak of the Spirit Bomb, we want to make it do more damage than that. We want people to respect this move and then make it a move that you cannot get hit by. So any of his other abilities, unique Ki Blast, again, it's going to be Flash Bomber, where he can just spray people down. It's going to be one of his unique maneuvers, because thinking about how they did Super Baby 2, they made him a very unique character. So we want to make Super 17 a very unique character. Other honorable mentions for his abilities could be his use of barriers. And going in that direction, he could have an ability that's a barrier that can defend against all ultimates. Maybe make it cost 2 meter, where he can completely block a ultimate Kamehameha wave. He basically becomes 100% invincible, so it's like an extension of what he was able to do with backflip kick, but brought into a barrier form. The animation for his ki absorption techniques, I was thinking, could be similar to the barrier. I don't know. It just depends on the stylistic choices that the development team decides to take. Honestly, just have him stick his arms out, absorb the ki, and at that point, again, the one thing that I forgot to mention is when he gets above a certain point of absorbing meter, maybe once he's reached halfway meter, he would start regenerating health every time he used the ability to absorb ki. So now he's getting his meter back and he's getting health on top of that too. Again, we want to make this character anti-stall. We want to make him pressure. We want to make him a character that you have to chase and hunt down. So these are all the things that they need to do with Super 17 and Dragon Ball FighterZ, giving him unique characteristics such as health regeneration. Like for his health regeneration, we want to take him beyond just what you typically get back in the tag. We want to make it actually a full health bar regeneration. We want to make it something that stands out. Again, a lot of people are going to cry foul. It is too much. I don't want to hear nothing. You know, you haven't complained about Bardock. You didn't complain about Gogeta or Vegito. You didn't complain about GT Goku. I don't want to hear it. You didn't complain about Master Goku. We're going to have another strong character that's not a Goku. Deal with it.